Hello and welcome to this video where I will talk about the weapon balancing in Team Fortress 2. Now before the video starts, I have to tell you guys that I won't be uploading as often anymore because some of you know that school has started and I'm in year 8, which is a crucial year for school, and I have to focus more on studying, so expect much rarer videos. I'll still try to upload as often as I can, but yeah, that's it. So, weapon balancing, a topic that's highly debated and has been debated for years now, and right now balancing is kind of okay, but some weapons are still, they're not OP, but they're just annoying to fight against, like the danger shield, the flog, but that's really easy to counter, and you know, the Criticola and a couple of other things. But over the years it has been pretty okay. Now, before the gunmetal update, there were really just, for example, for soldier, everyone was using only one rocket launcher, which was a stock, because every other one sucked. And the gunmetal update was really significant and was really good for weapon balancing, because so many weapons got buffed, like the Tomislav, the airstrike, all of those weapons. But now, and at where we were waiting for the Pyro update, Valve has posted that weapon changelog, and I think the changes are kind of okay. I don't just really like the bonks defect of slowing down. I think it was the bonks. But right now we're at a sweet spot of balance, and when the Pyro update releases, they will balance a lot of weapons, especially for competitive, and they're gonna add a few Pyro weapons, maybe like 2 or 3, maybe like 2 secondaries, a primary, and 2 melees or something. But I really think that the jungle or Pyro update is gonna be really awesome for weapon balancing. But right now, the most I will name the most hated weapon for each class, not the most OP one, but the most annoying and hated. Now the scout's most hated weapon is clearly the Criticola. I mean, drinking it, and it grants you increased movement speed, and you deal mini crits at the cost of taking 10% more damage. Now, before it was kind of buffed, you would take mini crits, but they buffed it so you take 10% damage instead of 35, I think. And that's Scout's most hated weapon. Now for soldier, I had to pick 2 weapons because when those 2 weapons are used together, they are very annoying, and those are the black box and the conjurer. Now the black box has the effect of you deal damage, and some percent of that damage will heal you, up to 20 health, I think. And the conjurer has passive healing when it's not activated, going from 1 health per second to, I think, 6. It's kind of like the medic's passive healing, and when you activate the conch, it gives a speed boost, and 30% of damage you deal will heal you. So, for example, if you deal 100 damage, from the conch, 30 damage or 30 health will be restored to you, and another 20 from the black box, which basically fills a quarter of your health. So you can kind of see why it's annoying. Now for Pyro, I picked the Scorch Shot because, let's face it, the Flog is not that OP. Now the Scorch Shot is very annoying, mostly for its exploding projectiles, which basically means when you fire the Scorch Shot, the projectile will, if it hits the ground, it will explode, which is very annoying because if you get hit by it, you won't get hit once, but you will get hit several times, and because it's the mini crit, your aim will shake around with it. And there's that meme where a bunch of pyros just equip a Scorch Shot and just fire at a choke point, and that is true. You can see pyros equipping it and just staying in one place and just spamming it down a choke point. And yeah, that's Pyro's most annoying weapon. Now for Demo Man, I had to pick the Sticky Bomb Launcher. Now, you might say that's not an annoying weapon, but there are people that play Demo that sticky spam, which is just basically holding right click and mashing left click when you see an enemy, and that can be annoying, but everyone's guilty of using that, so that's Demo's most annoying weapon. Now for Heavy, I had to pick the Natasha because it's not that really hated, but most scout mains who are assholes will tell you that they hate the Natasha because of its slowdown effect. Basically, the Natasha has an effect or stat. When a bullet hits someone, it will slow them down, and Scout don't really like that. So that's what I had to pick for Heavy. If someone got triggered for that, I don't care. Now for the Engineer, everyone expects for me to say the Gunslinger or the Mini Sentry, but I think to really say the Frontier Justice, and it's a cheap weapon to say, because you can just get a kill and get 2 crits and kill fully overhealed Heavy, or just kill someone that you shouldn't have won. And every weapon with a crit mechanic should not exist. Maybe a few of them, but every weapon that rewards you for doing something so simple is just expected to be annoying. So that's what I picked for NG. Now for the Medic, a lot of people say the syringe gun, but I really think that the Vaccinator should be the clear winner, because the Vaccinator is basically you can build up to 4 like small non-ubers, which there are 3 types of resistance: bullet resistance, blast resistance, and fire resistance. And with each uber you get, I think, like 60% resistance to that, which is laughably overpowered and just annoying. Like, tell me, how many times have you seen a sniper on 2-4 with a Vaccinator Medic with bullet resistance? So yeah, that's Sniper. Now for Sniper, I really think that everyone knows that the Darwin's Danger Shield, and yeah, that's really the most hated weapon. I think overall the most hated weapon in the game, but because basically if you're in a duel with a sniper, which kind of happens often, if the enemy sniper, for example, misses his first shot on you, you will expect that he won't charge the shot. He will just fire it. And with a danger shield, you can survive a non-charged headshot, which is instead of instead of dying, you are left with free health, which is basically too overpowered. And in competitive, it forces the other sniper to give up, like Jarati or something useful, just to counter you using the danger shield. He has to equip it also. So that's for the sniper. Now for spy, I picked the dead ringer for its spammability, I guess you would say. And it's gonna get nerfed, which is awesome. And that's what I picked for spy. And the dead ringer is really annoying because it's easily spammable. And in competitive, it's really just horrible to play against, and that's why I picked it. Here's a little bonus clip of the weird stuff that happens in trade servers.
One, go.